Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe. Alright, finally. Alright, finally. Alright, finally. Sorry for the echo and stuff. I had my volume turned up because I had to test my microphone disabled itself again, which is dumb. So at least I know how to make it work now. Um, I am going to, I'm just going to go back to shoot. Before I go back to the game, I want to let this guy know because I accidentally had my audio off. I want to whisper to him, just let him know that I got it going again. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, cool. I just wanted to write to him right away and let him know, in case he's not on anymore, which is probably not since there was no audio. But it's probably was like that the last day or two. It's probably good I didn't have viewers yesterday, because if I had, that would have just been a waste potentially. But now that I got this fixed, I don't have to worry about it so much. So probably did the right thing by. I'm really glad I checked because that just randomly happens. I have no idea why. It's weird. It should be fine, and yet I don't know. I don't know how to prevent it. I probably just need to test it every time I stream just to make sure that it's actually working when I first start. It's kind of sad, but oh well. Oh shoot, I forgot about that. That's disappointing. Um, let's see. Okay, let me see. Dang it, this is annoying. I oh shoot. I guess I don't care if they take pawns because I'm almost in a position where I could checkmate them potentially, so I'm not gonna worry about this. I'm just gonna move there. But anyway, I do want to leave a decent impression, so I just wanted to let them know that I saw the issue and fixed it. But I saw people not respond to chat yesterday. The one person who got on, they did chat and they didn't respond back, and that's always a hint to me that hey, um, maybe the audio is not working. So that's the second time it's happened recently. Thankfully, this time it was really easy to fix. Last time it was really sad and annoying because um, I spent like 2 or 3 days trying to figure out what happened, and it's like, oh, actually, it was super easy. I just had to know what to do. So now that I do know, um, it's that's good. But wait a second. I thought about moving the other rook and taking the pawn, but it's like, no, I should move this one because I would much rather not lose the rook, of course. Of course, now they can just move the rook down and have both rooks on that space, which is probably not good. But I think I would just move the king to f1, and that would be okay too. So we'll see. But I love getting new follows. I love just growing, whatever that means, even a little bit here and there. I know it's not going to be a really quick thing, but I feel like I was super fortunate the first week, and then the second week was probably a little bit more normal. So it's like not a lot has happened yet, but it's just nice to grow slowly and over time, and it's going to be good. But hey, at least I sent a message. At least I let them know. So hopefully it's not a big deal, and you can come back and we can actually chat. I would love to talk to people. It's hard when I get one message and there's no response. But again, it's probably because the audio was off, and I'm just glad I discovered that's what was going on, because I probably just need to test it each time I get on. I don't know. It's okay. That's what I expected. I probably should have taken there first. I think it's just a draw, probably. There's not really any way to escape, but I also don't know that there's any way for them to mate either. I think it's just a draw. Nice. That's basically what I expected. It's all right. They were way higher than me, so I'm actually pretty excited about that. That's totally fine. I shouldn't have expected to win that since they're so high, so I'm okay with that. Kind of did that on purpose. I was expecting it to go that way at that point, and so it's like, yeah, it could have been something, but anyway. I'm glad that I'm glad I wrote back right away. It's probably good. Who knows? I just I wish I could, you know, not have audio issues. I don't know why my microphone likes to turn itself off for no reason, but that's happened. It happened the other day, and it happened again, and it's just like, why? I don't get it. It's pretty weird to me. Oh my gosh. I really hate this. People do this all the time, and there's no good way of dealing with it. Dang, I had a feeling they might do something like that. It's just totally dumb. I can't believe they did that. It's pointless. Man, they are obsessed. Why? There's no reason to make my bishop go all the way to the back row. Oh my god, I hate this. I'm so stupid. If I was smart, I'd be doing other moves and not just retreating my bishop constantly. There's literally no reason for me to do that. I guess I just don't want to have developed pieces. Why would I? I'm not even trying. I'm just being dumb. Wow. That's sad. Um, okay. Well, I guess I'm just destined to suck, and there's nothing I can do about it. I have to try to get my bishop into the game, probably. Okay. Kind of like this, actually. I think. I'm so glad it allowed me to fix the setting during the stream because I know when I have to resize it randomly, I'm not able to do it during the stream, which is really annoying. So it's always encouraging if I am able to uh, resize, or if I'm able to make changes I need to make. That's always a good thing. Okay, so what we need to do is like this, probably. I can't believe I decided to pin myself that way. That was not very smart. But hey, my bishop is on a good diagonal now, which is kind of nice. So we will see what happens. Okay, so they did that. What should I do here? I'm feeling pretty okay about my position at this point. I think it helps a lot that I've actually managed to get a little bit unpinned and so forth. Let's see. Unfortunately, yeah, now it's just totally pointless. This bishop is doing nothing now, which is pretty disappointing. Let's see. So I do this, and that's fine. I'm a little surprised they did that, but I'll take it. Now I'm attacking the rook, so they'll probably see that. But if they move the rook, I could do a discovered check, and who knows what'll happen. Could be quite nice for me. I'm gonna check. Well, I don't know if I need one mic working or if I should have two, but maybe just one is good enough. I guess I'll look at it later instead of looking at it now. Okay, figure to the square. Oh, I could take the bishop. Maybe that's a good idea. No, well, I can, but I don't know if I want to be honest. Maybe. They do have the bishop pair. I guess I do too. So it's not necessarily a big deal. It's just a question of should I take a bishop or a knight? I think I will take the bishop. I think I'm kind of learning to handle knights a little bit better and defend against them and so forth, so it's fine. Oh my gosh. I'm a little bit ridiculous. I can't believe I decided to let that happen. That was just unnecessary. I'm gonna. Ooh, they can take it. I forgot about that. Dang it. I can't believe I did that. That's so not good. I mean, surely I should have just. Dang it. That was stupid because I could have easily just. Huh. Well, that makes me a little sad. I wish I had done something smarter. Well, my knight is also defended. I think let's bring my rook here first of all, just to uh, have something else going. And if they take my bishop, I guess that's okay, kind of. But if I'd been smart, I probably would have just not gone that way. I could have taken the knight too, and I probably should have just done that. Uh, wow, interesting. Look at there. Oh yeah, bishop and rook. That's the problem. Um, I'm just totally failing. Nothing is happening here except for them maybe making progress. I feel like I'm really not making any. We will see. might be able to do something if I'm lucky. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I should have figured they would do that eventually, because that's just clear that they should. I don't know. That was really stupid. I should have just gotten a free piece like I could have. And I should just resign. This is just not working for me at all. I'm just 100% failing, honestly. Like, they're actually able to coordinate and do something, but I can't. That's not even very good. I mean, my bishop kind of has to stay here to guard that pawn, or it will be in trouble probably, so that's just kind of dumb. Whoa, it just randomly got bitter just because I went back to chess. I just did the window capture, so sometimes I take a peek at Twitch and it'll show it on the stream, but it's just I've tried game capture in the past when I did RuneScape, and it never really worked very well. It caused flickering and stuff like that, so I found that window capture is just better. But that does mean that if I go to other tabs, it'll show that. So it's probably worth it though, just to have a little bit better quality and so forth. Okay. I like that though. I like the idea of having a pawn out of the way. Ooh, I forgot about their rook being there as well. It's kind of sad. I don't know if I should try to just take that knight. Probably not. Since my dark squared bishop is gone, I'd kind of have to sacrifice a rook, which is not ideal. So, anyway, I just sometimes take a switch between the two and take a peek. Like, for example, it's kind of fun to take a peek at a mirror and see, oh, what do I have with anything? Oh, nothing, just those two stream elements and the other one, restream, are two bots that are just there automatically, so no one right now. The funny thing is, when I had my previous account, I feel like I so frequently had a bunch of bots from other places and whatever, and now I'm not getting very many at one time, which is kind of cool, and I do enjoy banning bots just for the sake of having less bots to deal with, but anyway. So, what do we do here? Should I go here? Man, I don't even know what to do with my knight anymore. This might just be kind of pointless. There's not much I can do, to be honest. My pieces are just trapped. The knight is literally the only one that can be useful right now, which is pretty sad. I might be able to maneuver in a way to where I can take a pond, but honestly, it seems pretty dead right now. Like, there's just nothing I can do. Okay. There's just nothing I can do. This isn't fun. I might just have to resign because it's stupid. There's no way of doing anything, really. Okay, giving away their bishop was nice of them. Maybe. I'm pretty surprised. That might actually be good for me. They can defend the pawn with a knight or a rook, so it's not that amazing, but it's not even a passed pawn yet, so I guess I shouldn't be too excited. Okay. I don't want to let them protect that pawn because this is a passed pawn now. They can still defend it with a knight if they really want to, but I just feel like it's a little less worth it now. They already sacrificed a piece, so it's pretty good for me now. It may just be a draw, but I think it's pretty cool at this point. Seems like it might be okay. Let me see. Alright, just in case we do go into more gameplay, I figured let's get that out of there. I kind of would have liked to move it down, but I didn't have a choice to do that anyway. Wow, that's interesting. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, let me see. Huh. Actually, I have two rooks here. There's not really a reason for me to not do this. My rooks are literally not doing anything anymore anyway, so it's like, why not? I was just seeing if he'd respond to the message right away. Probably not. Hopefully it's okay, and I see him again at some point. I feel bad because it's like, when there's no audio, that's lame. I know that. It's just sad that that randomly happens and I don't necessarily notice it right away. But hopefully I can find him again at some point. Honestly, I don't get messages that frequently, so I like to check them if I get them. So hopefully that'll happen with them as well at some point. There's no reason for them to do that. It doesn't accomplish anything at all. It's worthless. I don't know why people like to do that. It's stupid. You're just making the draw take a little bit longer by doing it this way, but like, it's pointless. Shoot, this is not good. I think it's pretty much impossible. If I was smart, I would have done things differently, because maybe they do have it this time. Shoot. I do think I know how they can just get it. I guess I could just check my settings every time before I start. I don't necessarily have to hear the stream, but I guess I can just make sure to. I might even watch a video again to see if I'm supposed to have one microphone or two, because maybe I'm just supposed to have one going. Oh, those both say desktop audio. I probably don't need both of those. Alright, testing one more thing. Alright, testing one more thing. I'm not sure why it likes to repeat after the fact. I disabled one of the mics because I think I literally only need one enabled at the moment. So I'm not sure why it's not sure why it doesn't work, because it should. But it sounds like I still have a little bit of an echo, maybe, and if anybody knows about that, if I can figure out more on that, that could be really cool, maybe. But I feel like there's no, I don't know what else to do, but I really think I only need one mic going at a time, and I think that's right, because the audio is still working even though I disabled one of the two. Maybe I'll try this as well. Okay, what about this? Okay, cool. Sounds like I got it. I think that's the best. I still heard a little bit of sound in the background. I'm not sure, but it certainly wasn't the echo badly the way it used to be. I feel like it's not what it was. Um, I think it's a lot less of a issue. I think it's the best I've had in terms of my setup so far. So I like it. Um, I'm just gonna take another look just to see which one I selected. I think it was the auxiliary one, and I think the desktop ones I disabled, and that's what I'm doing currently. So hopefully, we can just have that. Yeah, nice. So I only have the one enabled right now, and it's the auxiliary, which I'm not even sure what that means, but I think that's probably what we want. I don't know why they're doing this. There's literally no point. They might as well take a draw if that's what they want, but like, there's, it's clear that I'm not letting them just win. So if they don't, I just don't know why they want to continue at this point, to be honest. There's no reason for this game to be continuing. They should just admit that it's over instead of. Okay, what? This is torture. There's no reason for them to not. Let's see, if they advance the pawn, I take with rook, they take with rook, I take with rook, they take with rook. So they would still be up. I can at least move it here. Or, yeah, I can move it once. What if I go here? No. I'm trying to think if there's any other reasonable place to move it. Probably not. I guess I'll try this. I'm really not being smart. I should be. This can't be that hard. I didn't realize that desktop mics are nothing. I think I literally just need the one. And it's still probably not perfect, but it's probably the best I've ever done so far. Oh, I'm retarded. I cannot believe I decided to just give away my rook. I'm such an idiot. I mean, but I'm kind of glad to be down more material because I hate the idea of them just having me in a position where I'm completely frozen and literally just waiting for them to promote a pawn or whatever. I was an idiot though. I didn't try it all. If I had tried it all, I would have won easily. So hopefully we can shape up and actually start playing with any intelligence at all. Okay. And I'm retarded though. I literally did not try that game. I just gave it to them for no reason. Like, it's one thing if you make a terrible move and whatever, but sometimes I literally just decide to make no progress and let them progress as much as they want. It's like, that's not any better than that, so. Oh well. Let's see. Hopefully. And these kinds of setups get annoying at times. Anyway. Jeez. Do I want to do that? Maybe. I know they always like to pin the queen, pin the knight to the queen, and that's terrible, so I'm going to try to have that not happen this time. Not sure why my audio randomly likes to disable itself, though. That's kind of stupid, to be honest. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. But at least I know what happened now, and it was easy to fix this time. Ooh, that's not very nice. I don't like that at all. Let's see. If I take... Jeez. That's not so good. But I did make that go in the back row and disconnect the rooks. That's potentially helpful. Maybe if I... so now I'm thinking about maybe pushing the pawn. If the knight doesn't go back, I definitely am thinking about doing this. Pushing the pawn, letting my bishop out, and getting their bishop, perhaps? Ooh, shoot. That's annoying. That's a better place for the knight, and it still accomplishes the same goal. I guess I'll just go here. I think this is just going to have to be bad. It's crazy that no captures have happened, but this is not going very well. I can't deny. They are quite good. I don't know why they decided to have such a low rating, because they're amazing. Okay, interesting. So they're just planning on sacrificing there, I'm guessing. Oh, wait a second. That's not a problem. I can just take that with the bishop. And I should, because the bishop hadn't moved anyway. It doubles their pawns. It's just a lot less risky than allowing whatever they were going to do, even if I don't know exactly what it was. But I just think that's just good. And now I can go for this. The pawn is gone, and that knight is also gone, so that's good. Of course, if they pin my knight, then my other pawn is kind of hanging, and that's not great. I think I'll just do this first, so that the bishop can't pin my, or it wouldn't actually be a pin because there's nothing there, but I probably should move the rook there anyway, or something. So probably better to do it this way. Do, 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 do. This has been a crazy one, though. Very little capturing going on, and just unusual. So, pretty interesting. See what's going to happen here. I was actually thinking of doing something like this anyway. I might just do queen there first and then bring a rook over because I don't know. It's hard to know what the right thing is, honestly. Bishop, that's weird. I'm not entirely sure that I understand all this, but I am gonna at least do this. Maybe I should do that. Knight takes. Let's see. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. It doesn't look like this quite works. Dang it, almost. Do do do. Now what? Let's see. I don't even know what to do next. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. Okay. Interesting. So, if I move my knight, maybe I will do this. I kind of like this because now they can take, and I can take with the bishop. Well, maybe I should have done the bishop there. I don't know. I am attacking the queen though, so that's cool because it kind of demands a response from them of some kind. So we'll see. So if they take, I take with the bishop. They might just advance one of those pawns to super annoy me. I kind of would like it if they don't take, of course. I like knights, but not sure. The other thing is if the queen moves, their knight will be undefended and my other knight could move, and then I could potentially go for taking their knight, but we'll see what they come up with. Man, I can't believe my audio likes to not work. I might just literally have to check the setting every time before I stream, because apparently the settings randomly change themselves. I feel like a lot of things stay the same every time I get into OBS. It's just the same every time I get on, but apparently some things like to just for no reason change. So I have no audio without realizing it sometimes, which is pretty sad. Huh. It's only showing one mic now instead of it used to be three. So I've never actually done this with just one. But to be honest, I don't really need computer sound. I don't really need the desktop sounds or anything like that. It kind of makes sense if I'm just doing chess and the main thing is to be able to hear me. It's like maybe this is the best way to do it. I've never done this before, but it would be really easy to include other audio if I need to, if it becomes relevant. I just don't think it's necessarily relevant for doing chess, at least in my case. So I'm not sure what to think. Hmm. So what else? Ooh, maybe I should just go for attacking the bishop. That could be interesting. I kind of like this. I kind of like this setup. My knight isn't really doing anything anyway. Obviously, the pawn can advance, but my queen can take, the knight can take if that happens. I'm not too worried about this pawn as of right now. Although it could be of concern later. Maybe I put a knight back there. Oh, I'm actually attacking the pawn with my knight too, so if their knight moves, I can just take that pawn. So that's good. It is crazy. We've only traded one set of pieces so far, so it's been uneventful in terms of actually capturing. So that's kind of interesting. I kind of like this kind of game, but I sort of don't because it puts a ton of pressure on it. This is the kind of game where I often feel like, okay, whoever makes the first mistake is just going to lose the whole thing, which kind of doesn't seem right, but that's how this kind of game goes. I might have one of the desktop mics on at some point. Again, I might try that, but from the testing I've done, the best is just having this one so far, so I think I'm going to stick with this for a while. Definitely always want to be finding ways to improve, and I think this is definitely going to be improvement. Jeez, they are so obnoxious. I can't believe that. That is such a stupid move. I'm retarded. I cannot believe I let that happen. Well, I'm clearly just dead now because they're going to get my rook. And like I said, the way this game is going, I'm guaranteed to lose now because whoever makes the first mistake just loses automatically. That's really stupid. I can't believe I was an idiot enough to actually put my to leave my king there. The king there is never a good thing, and I thought I learned my lesson. I've started moving it, but I decided to be stupid and not move it this time, and I paid the price. It's really dumb. I don't understand. I'm just not smart. I might still be able to pick up that pawn, but clearly I'm dead now. The fact that I gave away a rook is super dumb. Although, given the fact that um, we have so many pieces still on the board, all the pawns except for maybe one, I think all of them. Yeah, we have all the pawns. So literally, I'm thinking maybe it's best to not have a rook. And if I can just keep it this way, um, that might be good for me. Maybe rooks are worthless in this game, so it could end up being okay that I did that, even though it was incredibly idiotic. Might be fine. Um, if they, I don't think they can defend that very well, so it might. I don't really want to create an open file. If they take with the bishop, I was going to take with the bishop anyway, but even more so now. Mm. I cannot believe it. It's, like I said, it's probably just extremely stupid. There's probably nothing I can do. I'm just dead because of the fact that I chose to suck and fail. Like, if I was smart, I would be doing well. but I'm not very smart, and so it's most likely that I'm just going to fail. Of course, at this point, if they move the pawn up, I could just take with the knight, and that would be pretty good. But I probably am now going to be forced to do whatever they make me do. I mean, that happened starting with queen moving, then taking the knight, then moving the bishop. They probably just have the whole rest of the game planned out to where I can just literally never have a choice. So now that, since this is that kind of game where whoever makes the first mistake loses automatically, it's probably just over already, which is really sad. But again, I like the fact that it's a close position. Maybe the rook isn't as good as the knight because of that, and if I can just not be an idiot, maybe I can take advantage of the fact that it's a close position. Certainly not getting locked, but the fact that we have all of our pawns still is pretty important, I think, potentially. But if I never get to decide my moves, then I guess it doesn't matter what kind of position it is. Okay, that's something. At least they did something else. So do I want to take... I think I do want to take this. It's just a question of what with. Probably the queen, because I don't want to pin my knight. That would be sad. They'll probably just double rooks, which is really kind of sad. Oh, this is actually really good, because after I... No, the queen would have to move for this to be relevant. Okay, dang it. That's annoying. Man, this is really sad. I have no idea. Ooh, the bishop. Nice. This is good. We can, Ooh, this is interesting, actually. Let's see, what if I go there and attack the queen and the rook, and if they take my bishop, that's okay, because I can get a rook for it. Maybe? Or... let me see. Wow, this is really hard. If they advance the pawn, I can take with the knight, and that's something. I think I'm actually going to do this. Wait. Yeah. They can't attack my queen too easily. I think this is maybe worth the risk. Probably not. I probably had a really good thing even if I didn't move the rook there, but this potentially could make it way better. Plus, yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like I should have just done it. I'd get a pawn and also do the fork. I probably should have just done it. But this makes it way better than it otherwise would have been, so it kind of makes me want to just go with it. And if they attack my queen, do I do it anyway? Maybe? Probably not. I've already lost, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, where did they go? Okay, I see. So they don't even have a double attack there. That's interesting. Let me see here. I guess I'll do it. I still like the idea of getting a pawn, even if that's all I get out of it. I guess it's still pretty good. I was just taking a peek in case I got a message from him. Probably, I didn't really expect one yet, but just takes a quick peek, so it's not a big deal. I'm just, this is kind of okay. It's not showing me being behind. I am behind because they were up by 2 points and I just got one pawn, so I'm kind of surprised it's not showing me behind a point as it should be, but alright, I guess. I I might attack the rook next. Not totally sure yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Of course, they could just go attack my queen, but then the question is, do I want to trade my queen for the two rooks? Or is that just not good at all? One, two, three. They have 6 pawns now. And I still have all 8. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I wondered if they might do something. That was one of the moves I was definitely considering for them. Let's see, if I go there and attack... Oh yeah, they can't attack my queen with the rook because the pawn is still guarding that square, so that's good. In fact, yeah, they have one move. They could go to h4 if they really want to stay on the 4th rank. Otherwise, they will have to back up, and I will just move my knight back. I can understand the rook wanting to guard there, though, in case the queen wants to move. That makes sense. Wow, I don't even know what I want to do next. I'm maybe knight h5 to attack the queen. Oh, they actually moved the rook there. I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. Oh, right, they can take that pawn because the king is there. So I'm going to move. So they can't do that. At least not now. I think I'm really in huge trouble. I don't know why I thought I was doing okay, because it sure doesn't seem like I am at all. See, I'm just dumb. I'm completely an idiot. If I was smart, I would not have allowed that, but I'm not smart. Okay, let me see. Okay, well, clearly I want to be dumb and just give away all my pieces. So I will, I guess. It was dumb of me to even try to do something, useful. Because, yeah, this is... Now I'm just giving up, which is sad. So I'm trying to think about moving my other knight. so as to have an extra attacker to be putting the rook. I was thinking putting the rook on f4 on f8 again, and then moving the knight and having rook and queen and bishop all on this, perhaps. But I don't know. The other thing is I don't really want to move my pieces away. Oh yeah, I could go there if the bishop moves. The bishop has to move first, so I might put my rook back there to get the bishop to leave. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the bishop moved. That's nice. That's kind of what I wanted anyway. Why? Oh. Oh. Wow, I can just take it. That's really nice of them. I'm very amazed. And I hope that wasn't a huge blunder, but it sure seems okay. That's amazing. That's like the best move, one of the better moves they could have made, because I wanted the bishop gone. That happened, but I actually got to take it, which is even better. So I like that. Awesome. And so, well, I was going to say prevents the rook from f4, but their pawn is still there anyway. That pawn is key. I would honestly hate to ever have that pawn move. E5 pawn probably just needs to stay there as long as my queen wants to be there, because it's just good preventing attacks and so forth. So anyway, very interested to see what's going to happen. Hopefully we can have more progress. Getting a piece is a good start for sure. Yeah, shoot, that's a little bit annoying. Do I just... Oh, yeah, if they take, I can just recapture, and then they could take again and say check, and then I could just... Wait a minute. So... What if I move the knight and say check? And then I take... No, wait a minute. I take... Move the knight and say check. Then I take with the bishop. They take with rook. Oh yeah, their rook is... They don't even have a rook there. Knight, say check. Oh, if I do that, then they move away, and then when I take with the bishop, it's not check. don't think there's anything there right now. Wow. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else, because even if I say check, I mean, if I do that, I could take the bishop for free. Although, at this point, my knight is basically hanging. Honestly, I don't mind if they take the rook. That's not that big of a deal. If they do just decide they want the rook that badly, I think I'm okay with that because, well, for one thing, if they take the pawn with the rook, wait a minute, the queens are together. I have to deal with that. I have to capture their queen. I can't believe I almost missed that. It took me this long to see that that's going on. Like, I have to, though. I don't have a choice, because if I don't, then that's just hanging. And then I'll go here and attack the rook, and then I can get the bishop for free after that. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna go for the free piece now. They were probably thinking of maybe taking and I don't know where all, but now I can just have this, and it's looking a lot better for me. There's no good way for them to attack that either. So I'm just kind of solidifying my position. And we'll just see what happens. I might just move this knight pretty quick and be attacking the pawn with my bishop. Okay, rook moved. Let's see. If I go there. Oh, my rook isn't doing anything anyway, so I kind of want to bring that in. But do I really want to draw attention to that yet? Maybe not. Maybe I should do that. This is a safer pawn to go for anyway, the one in the center. Uh-oh, that's the pawn that was defending. Although I am attacking the rook, so they can't quite do it yet, but they basically almost can. Maybe it is good for me to just... Yeah, they have a pawn there anyway. I'm just thinking it might be good to do c6. I'm not sure. I'm just considering that maybe that's better than having to keep that defended. They could advance the pawn, and this could, like, not matter really shortly, but I'm just trying to think of ways to make it. Okay. So let's see. I could take this pawn, then that backward one could become a target. But maybe I don't care because I can already grab this other pawn. My knight is also now guarding the pawn on d6, and that's like preventing that from being an issue, so maybe I just do that for now. And this is fine, maybe. Okay. Let's see. I could have taken the pawn, but I decided not to yet. I kind of like this idea of maybe trying to get the... I could take that pawn with the bishop, but then I have my two pieces together, and it's not the safest. What was I... Oh, maybe I just put all these pawns together and make it not even possible to target. They can't even really attack my stuff very well right now, to be truthful, so I'm not too worried about this. Okay, this pawn first to defend both knights, and then I'll move up the next one. And putting my pawns on light squares and then having my bishop on the dark square is probably really good anyway. Okay, kind of had a feeling they might do something like that. Not too worried about it. Hmm. Oh wow, they have the two rooks, and I have just one. So this is like almost good, although interesting. Hmm. If they move it up one, I guess I can just take it with the knight. Um, I take with knight, they take with rook, I take with rook. Yeah, so. Actually, no, if they move it up, I just take the rook. It is funny, though, that I was down the rook to start with, and then after that, it was like. Mm, Ooh, yeah, it is defended. That's good. I must have seen that earlier because I feel like I rushed it, but I probably just saw, oh yeah, that's defended, so that's why I'm not gonna be worried about it. Let's see. Whoa. Oh yeah, that is. That's awesome. Like I knew my setup was good, but it was better than I thought it was. That's great. Love it. Okay, I'll be back in a second. And going, but wow, that was a really good one for how. It's crazy. I only got +6, but that's how this is. Like everyone's incredible just because of the resources online now. It's just easy for everyone to be amazing. So that was hard work. I had a feeling losing a rook would be worth it, trading the rook for their knight. Like, yeah, generally that's probably not good, but I think it actually was in this case, and I proved it. I mean, they never got that other rook out of the back row, and certainly their rooks were never coordinated to do anything together, so I ended up being right, but that was kind of lucky on my part. Like, I'm surprised it worked out as well as it did. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm back. um, cool. Time to get another game going. 12:22. That's actually the rating I started the day at, I'm pretty sure, so that's sad. It would be nice if I can actually go up, but hey, at least it's not going down yet. Oh boy, here's another good person. So this might totally suck, but who knows? Might work out. Occasionally I get lucky. I have had a couple wins against people way higher than me, and honestly, I don't know. I feel like I just never know what to expect. Then there was the one I should have won against somebody that was 1370 or something like that, and then I decided to lose it for some reason. I could take the knight. They could take the bishop. Maybe I like that, or maybe I just no. Retreating it doesn't help either at this point. I guess I'll just do that. And okay, so they did do that. Interesting. I guess I'm not entirely surprised. I kind of thought they might take with the knight. I thought that's maybe why they put it there, but that's fine. They could queenside castle already. They're all set for that, so who knows? Let me see. Oh boy. Maybe I will just take the knight. It's just the easiest thing to do. And then this pawn to just have everything defended. I think, it might be a little bit boring, but this is certainly the simplest and easiest way of just covering everything and being in a good position. Oh boy, that's a little bit sad, but oh well. I had a feeling they might castle on the opposite side. Oh, I totally forgot. Oh shoot. I'm crazy. How did I totally miss that? I should have taken the queen earlier. That was dumb of me. Okay, well, I'm resigning. It was hopeless anyway. They're way over 1300. I knew it was hopeless going into it, and after doing a stupid thing like that, it's even more clear, so. Well done, idiot. Time for me to finally. Maybe I can. Let's see if I can get another good game going. I can't believe I decided to be so dumb. I thought I'd gotten over hanging my queen, but I guess that's something else I've discovered recently. Like, I like to lose my queen, obviously, or I wouldn't do it. I've been playing for so many years, I can't just hang my queen a lot. It doesn't make any sense, but I do. So clearly, it's a goal for me to lose my queen a lot. Do do do. Jeez, this is probably really risky, but I kind of want to try it. I'm kind of just trying to do things differently. That's part of why I'm doing it this way, but it's probably not any good. But I guess we'll find out. It is partly based on what they're playing, though. They're definitely doing moves that make me feel like, hey, this might actually work. Okay, so the bishop moved. Interesting. Oh man, this is hard because part of me wants to. Oh, this is actually not bad. Maybe I do this, and that way the knight moves, and then that pawn is hanging. That's actually better than I thought. I guess my main issue with this is that the knight now can't go to c6, but I might just play bishop e6 and then trade bishops if they want to, because my rook is already on that file, and then play knight d7. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. Okay, there we go. Knight attacking my bishop. Makes sense. I like this. Open this file if they want me to. I cannot believe that. That sucks. I was supposed to take that pawn, and now I can't. It's really sad. Okay. I'm not necessarily set on doing the trade. It's just for developing, and maybe I do it because it would also make it harder for them to bring the rook into the game. They'd spend a move capturing a rook, moving it back, or moving the two pawns out of the way so they can move it across the rank. So it might be to my advantage to take it just to make their position a little bit more awkward. Okay, well, that would make that a little bit less of a problem for them, because one pawn is already moved, and I can't do it now anyway, of course. But I basically got the position I was going for, which is the main thing. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that my queen can take if knight takes, so I might do that, actually. Wow, no capturing yet. That's crazy. I'm a little surprised about that, I guess. Oh my gosh. I do all this setup and I completely forgot about that move. That really annoys me, to be honest. I forgot about that. That's fine. If they want the bishop, I guess they can have it. It's not that big of a deal. Huh. Do I do that? Probably. The pawn advances, it's not really threatening anything, so I'm not too worried about that. I guess I'll just take that. I like getting their knight out of the way. Okay, that's basically what I expected. What do we want to do here? You just hear they're not going to be able to attack it for a while. They can pin, except my pawn is there preventing that pin, so I'm just going to do that. And maybe I can double rooks pretty soon. Well, I'm happy that I discovered my audio issue. Hopefully that can stop happening. I'll probably just check audio settings every time before I stream if I remember, so as to just not let that happen again. And hopefully from here on out it can just be a lot better. I guess it's fine. There have been some times with no chat and very little going on anyway, so it's not a big deal, but I definitely would rather have it working than not working, and I do want to be able to make a good impression on people who are coming for the first time and so forth, so I hate to have that. But anyway, what next? This is interesting. I don't even have the light squared bishop, so that's kind of annoying. In fact, my bishop is kind of doing absolutely nothing where it's at right now, so I'm not too excited about that. Wow. I think I do want to move the king over. They really can't attack my knight yet for a while. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe knight here and out? I kind of like that. Yeah, then I could even block the bishop from coming in. And if they want to take my knight, that's fine, but they have it pointed toward my king there, so I kind of like this. This also gives my queen a few options as far as where she could go, so it might just be better to do it this way. Who knows? Might actually have something going on here. A lot of maneuvering this time, but I think it's going to end up being good. I wish they would take my, I kind of wish they would take my bishop with their knight. That would be good for me. Okay. Shoot. That's not that bad though. Maybe it's good, in fact. For one thing, my bishop is doing absolutely nothing over here, and it'll also kind of mess up their pawns, which I guess I like. I think I'm in favor of this. Hmm. I had a feeling they might do that, but I like it because it just gets another piece that was attacking out of the picture, which is good. This is crazy, though, the way this game is going. It's just been so even the entire time. I don't even know what to go for or anything. Of course, they could double rooks and on the B file very easily, and that could be a challenge to deal with. So, like, what now? I don't know. There's not really any way for them to defend this pawn, so... Well, sort of there is, because they could play c3. Actually, the bishop would have to move first, too, so that would take a few moves. So if I attack it with the queen, and then take with the queen, and then she's more active, so maybe that's what I need to do. Ooh, bishop wants to take there. Not a fan of that, actually. I think... Ooh, maybe I do just want to go up here. This is kind of cool, because they can't take yet, and it's also... once my knight moves, that'll be... The rook will defend there as well, so maybe I'll do that. Move the knight instead of the queen to attack the pawn. Dang, I should have just moved the knight right away, to be honest. Okay, yeah, so the rook defends there. That was the plan. If they want my queen, they can take it. I'm fine with that. We're even. Although, the queen is hanging. I should have just taken the queen. I didn't even think about it. Oh, it wasn't. I revealed them by moving the knight, so that was me. What did they... It sounded like they moved. Oh, it's weird. Sometimes it randomly makes a sound even though they haven't moved yet. So I get confused because I hear it and then it's just like, oh, they haven't gone yet, so... The cool thing is they're on a dark square, so they can't put me in check yet. That's nice. Okay, I'm all for that. That is totally okay. Wanted to bring my other rook into the game anyway, at some point. Not sure if I wanted this file, but I think so, maybe. And yeah, I think this pawn is finally ready to be captured. I keep slacking off and not doing it for some reason, but hopefully I'm finally going to. Jeez, okay, I'm actually... If they take that, I think I actually am okay with that. Do I want that, or do I want this other? Maybe I just go here. So that if they take, I can, or I kind of do want to keep 2 pawns there. So I'm going to do this, and if they decide to move it up again, they can do that. Yep, kind of thought they might. It's not going to be entirely closed. It might just be that one file, though, that's open, which is kind of crazy, but I think it is nice that I get this pawn, for sure, at some point. Although, they're so smart, they'll probably always have a move I have to respond to, so I'll probably never succeed, but hopefully I do. Da-da-da. Okay, yeah, now they can work on doubling rooks or something, which is kind of a bummer, but oh well. Finally got the pawn, which is kind of cool, I guess, although I think rooks are pretty worthless. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have all my pawns still, so that's just an indicator of like there's very little point to this, honestly. Ooh, this is going to be a good outpost for my knight. I'm not sure how good. I don't know if I can actually make use of it the way I want to, but it could be really cool. The bishop, unfortunately, it's dark square. I wish it was a light square. That would be better, of course, but I guess it's okay. Oh yeah, the bishop can go. Honestly, yeah, I think the best move right now might have been to move the bishop to d2 to prevent my knight from going here, and now that I have gone here, we'll see what I do next. But this is a pretty good starting spot. I'm not too worried about the rook here because if they do decide to double rooks targeting g7, I already have a rook on that rank, and I might even put the other one there as well, since I can't really have an open file anyway with my pawns as they are. So it might just be good to do this, and yeah, I like this place for my knight, and I could even go in and attack their rook pretty easily after I say check. Then I could go to f4 and attack that way, make them retreat. So it's an idea. But again, since my other pieces are rooks, that's hard because it's like, okay, what do I do now? Is there a point to anything at this point? You know. Well, so they can just take. Maybe I'm not a fan of that. You know, maybe I don't want to do that. I think I will just retreat for now because honestly, I don't. Their bishop is also probably not going to be that useful, and I don't necessarily want to just lose my knight, which can be an amazing piece. Okay. Okay, so now I am thinking of. Okay, if they take that, I'm kind of okay with that, I think, to be honest. It's not awesome, but I don't think it's a big deal. And honestly. Although at this point, I could just chase them away if they don't take it this turn, so that's probably what I would do. Not sure if they don't realize how good my knight can potentially be, or okay, they didn't take it. It's like, I have a feeling you might want that, but it is weird. Like, I'm leading, but it may not matter. I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just have an extra pawn, but like, this is insane. There's no, there's nothing really going on here. This is just weird. This is hilarious, I think. I like it. It's kind of amazing. And I feel like their rook is a little bit misplaced. There's just no way of doing anything with it there. Oh, that's funny that they went back there. Let me see. I think I do want to go there. Maybe. I kind of like the idea of just preventing them from doing anything. I have an idea. I'm gonna try to do a break on the C file because that would um, that would be a start. Oh my gosh. Cannot believe this. I'm so. This is ridiculous. I don't have a game like this very frequently. With so little pawn traits. Like the fact that we got rid of everything except rooks, and yet all the pawns are still here. It's kind of a little bit strange. This is funny. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. So I knew it would take me a lot less time to double on the C file than it would take them. They probably want to double on the B file and go for the B6 pawn, but I feel like this is gonna be okay. Well, that's not gonna be helpful to them, I don't think. So if they take with pawn, I take with rook, and they still can't have both rooks defending the C pawn. And if they just move the rook over, hoping to move it back or whatever, then I take, and they can't take back. Well, they could take back with rook, but then I could still take the c2 pawn, so I feel like I'm going to go up another pawn here, probably. Now, I know I'm not very good at endgames, so if they do get their rooks coordinated, it's probably over for me, but I feel like I have a little bit of an advantage, partly just because I'd already done some... okay, how do we do this? What should we do? Maybe if I just take this first. Maybe we're just doing even trade here. If I take, they take with rook. Then I take. And honestly, my king is maybe slightly better, but I don't know if it's going to stay that way. I mean, this method at least allows an opportunity for a mistake. I'm not saying they're going to make one. I'm just saying it seems like they could make one here, but they probably just take with the rook and everything's fine. So I take with the rook, they take with the rook, I take with the rook, they take with the rook, I take with pawn. Okay. So I take with the rook, they take with the rook, I take with the rook, they take with the rook, I take with pawn. King here, pawn here, king here. Oh wait, I can just do the rule of the square. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the king can't move into the square, so that works. So I should take with the rook first. Oh, that's not a bad move. Let's see. I do have a passed pawn though now, which is cool. So I'm gonna just go here and attack this pawn. Unfortunately, this gives their king a chance to get closer, so that if we do all these rook trades, that pawn wouldn't be as safe. The good news is it's a passed pawn now. The bad news is we still have all the rooks. Honestly, I should probably have done that instead. If they do it, if they do what I'm kind of thinking of, I have a couple moves in mind they might do, and I might just force them to trade off a pair of rooks, because I feel like I'm already in a great position where this is just going to work well for me. Okay, let's just do it now. Might as well. Let's see. I move the pawn up. start bringing my king in, because they can't really come in anyway. Gosh. This is so weird. I don't even know what to think about it because it feels like there's no good way to handle it. I really don't feel like there's anything good that I can do here. They could move over too, but that's the best they can do. And the interesting part is that now, if they don't trade rooks, my king, or I'm behind the pawn here. Okay. Well, I think I like the idea of trading rooks here. Because, well, if I take and they take with pawn, this is hard. Well, it's gonna work because in order for them to. Okay, that's fine. Because they can take that pawn, then I can take this pawn. And then there's no way they can get back after that. So I'm just gonna go for it. I don't think they can stop me if I do it this way. I can't go there. Can't go there anyway. Yeah. Well, they can go there and then come around. They could do that. Maybe I do need to do this. Push this first. If they advance the side pawn, then we're more or less locked. If they advance the center pawn, then I can advance the H pawn, and then if they take and I take, I have one pawn blocking too. So I don't really think they have a way to make progress right now. Of course, they could move the king up, but if I do that, I'll move mine up, and then I'll still be ready to promote first, and they'd have all my pawns to deal with. So I'm not too worried. The other thing is if the king ends up going to f4, it still can't go to g3. Sorry, g5. or e5 because of the pawn there. So it's so complicated for them. I really don't see a good. Okay, great. This is good. So now I think it's just over for them. And I might even give away that pawn to eat up these pawns, because even queening that other pawn is going to take some time. Okay. Wait a minute. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just give them that one and take all these. Because yeah, now I'm just going to get a queen with this pawn, and that will be great for me. So I'm excited. This is working out. Okay, good. Yeah, there's no way. I'm going to get one of these to be a queen. Yeah, I knew they would do that, but now I can start moving the other one. Plus, the king is the only piece they can move, so they're going to have to move it somewhere. And again, there's no way that I don't get a queen before them, because they have to take both my pawns with the king and then do what they're going to do. Okay, no worries. I'll just push the king up. I'm just going to queen both of these. Why not? Uh, uh, excuse me, goodness. Okay. Yeah. Next turn, I'm probably just going to move the other pawn. And I just have to make sure I don't stalemate them. I probably won't get two queens because they'll probably end up. I have to be careful though. I don't want to stalemate them. That would be not great. So we'll have to see. Let me see. If I go there, they could go in front of the pawn. If I go here, they can still go. They still have a couple of options. I might sacrifice one of these. Ooh, this is perfect actually. Maybe this is exactly what I need. If they go into the corner, I can just queen the other pawn and they have those two squares they can move on. So if they go on h2 or h1, then I'm in good shape. Actually, I think I'm good no matter what at this point. So, yeah, hopefully. Wow, I didn't realize they're so low on time. They may just let it run out, which it does kind of annoy me when people do that, but honestly, there's not that much left, so I guess I'm kind of okay with it if it happens that way. I didn't even realize how low on time they were. That's kind of nice. I think I might actually get going after this game because I definitely want to stream later this evening as well, and I want to, you know, not overdo it in one sitting. I am sad that I didn't have audio for the beginning, but hey, at least I fixed it. And from now on, I'm just going to double check before streaming to make sure that it's on whenever I am going to go live. So hopefully that won't happen again because that has been the issue the last two times for sure. And I never know when it happens because it's random. So it's just a matter of checking. This time I can probably just leave OBS open until my next stream because I'm planning on just continuing later today. Might as well just not close anything and just be ready to start again. But anyway, it's a little weird, but should be good. Yeah, looks like they're just letting time run out, which is kind of lame. Because honestly, I could stalemate if I'm not careful, and they should like leave the opportunity for that, I guess. But hey, I'm happy that they are higher than me. I guess I won my last. No, never mind. 12-16. So I did go down a little bit. But hey, at least I'm staying over 1200 so far. Oh, they actually moved? I'm really shocked. I didn't expect that. Okay. So I go here, and they only have one move. And then maybe I get a knight so that it's check. I don't know. Do I do that? Alright. So if I get a knight and say check, and then let's try it. I mean, it may not be the best, but it's not stalemate, and I kind of want to see what I can do. I kind of like it. It'll just make it interesting. I'm not going to have time to finish though because because they're going to just run out of time. So that's kind of annoying. And again, it may not be quite right but honestly, if I'd gotten a rook, for example, it would have been stalemate. If I'd gotten a queen, it would have been stalemate. So, okay, they didn't even attack it. That's weird. Okay, if I do this, they can move over one. Wait, if I go here, they move over one. Okay, let's just try this. And then move the knight out. It defends that. Okay, that's what we want. And then here. I'm not doing this very well. Because if they go where they should go, they will have a chance to prevent this. I can move the king back here. And they have to move. Okay, well, they ran out of time anyway, but honestly, I'm not even sure if I was going to do it successfully because even if they move, they could just go back and forth right there. I could have moved the knight even further away and then made it work, I think, but I'm not sure. So 1225, that's great. That's a little better than the 1222. I increased 9. That's awesome. So anyway, feel free to follow or subscribe. I'm going to take a bit of a break and then I'll get back on a while later and do some more. I just don't want to overdo it now because I do want to do more later and I want to just feel good for streaming both times. So I will catch you later.